Hi everyone, welcome to today's Facebook Live event. My name is Kelsey and today we're doing my favorite thing, making holiday cookies. I have 3 awesome recipes for you today. First is vegan gingerbread men. I only have a Christmas tree, so that's what we're going to be using. And then also have peppermint stars and then a chocolate avocado mousse. So the ingredients I have for the peppermint stars: almond flour, cacao powder, swerve, which is a sugar replacement, some cream cheese, butter, sprinkles, of course, and peppermint extract. For the gluten-free vegan gingerbread men, gluten-free flour. This is the Walden Farms pancake syrup. If you can't find this anywhere, you can definitely get it on Amazon. I found this at Star Market last week. This is the only maple syrup that's permitted on the program, although these gingerbread men are made for maintenance, but that maple syrup is great to have for the program and maintenance. This is Noosa Day pea protein. I just got the sample pack. We do sell this in all of the offices in case you're interested in that. Have some spices, banana, coconut oil, molasses, baking powder, and some almond milk as well. And then for the chocolate avocado mousse, I'll be using the avocado, this cacao powder, and some vanilla. I'm gonna first start by making the gingerbread men. So for the gingerbread men, or gingerbread trees, I have all my ingredients in here. This dough is definitely a little bit tough, and it won't make a ton of cookies. I think it only will probably make 12. This recipe, along with all of our other recipes, are all on our website. If you make any of these recipes, let us know, or if you have any good ideas, we'd love to hear from you. I love trying new things as well. So it looks like this dough is almost all set. You can also feel free to double this recipe, or if you didn't want it to be vegan, you could also add in like a whey protein powder instead of the pea protein. Absolutely up to you. And then I also put some flour on the surface here so I can roll out the dough. Smells like gingerbread, so I'm just going to kind of like add this to my counter. I'm also going to add some more flour just so it kind of gets a little bit harder. I'm gonna stick this in the fridge for a couple minutes just to let this get a little bit firmer. While this is in the fridge, I'm gonna get together my peppermint stars. For my peppermint stars, I did 2 cups of almond flour, half a cup of swerve, and half a cup of the cacao powder. I'm just gonna mix these together. Then you want to add the melted butter and the peppermint extract, as well as the cream cheese. I'm going to use a pastry brush, which you can also just use knives if you want to cut everything together. Just makes everything mix together. Cover's still on. Then I'm going to take my cream cheese and cut little pieces off. It's a little soft, so it's a little bit harder. I'll mix this together till it's combined. Then once it's a little bit more combined, I'll use my pastry cutter. So as you can see, this formed more of a ball. I added some flour to my counter here. I'm just going to roll it out. Because it's made with almond flour, it's a lot tougher to make. So this will probably take a couple tries. Then once it's about a quarter thick, I will use my little cookie cutter here. As you can see, my peppermint trees look great. I'm gonna put these right in the oven for about 15 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna kind of clean out my arranger, then I'll get started with my gingerbread men. So my peppermint trees just came out of the oven. I'm just gonna add these to my cooling rack here. If you follow the recipe, it wants you to put these in the freezer before you dip them in chocolate. So unfortunately you guys won't see that part, but if you end up making these on your own, please let me know. Once these are all on here, I will start prepping my gingerbread men, gingerbread trees I should say. These are all set. I'm just gonna add these over here for a second so they cool down a little bit. My dog has to be right in the way. I'm gonna add some flour onto here just to make it a little easier to roll out my gingerbread dough. I put this in the fridge just for a few minutes. You definitely don't have to, depending on how wet your dough is. It's absolutely up to you. I feel like it's always easier to roll things out when it has a little bit more firmness to it. As I said before, this recipe is actually vegan, so you could probably add in an egg too if you wanted to instead of using the banana, but I haven't tested that out, so don't quote me on that. Is a little sticky. These look very cute. I think this recipe said I could make about 12, depending on how big your cookie cutters are. Looks like mine might make a little bit more than that, but we'll see. Could be right on target. Alright, I'll add these to my cookie sheet once it's a little bit cooler. I have my gingerbread trees all ready to go. I'm gonna put them right in the oven at 375 for about 15 minutes. Then I'll check back in on them and see how they're doing. While my cookies are cooking, I'm gonna make my avocado mousse. So you're gonna use a whole avocado. Add it right to your blender. Like this is I have a food processor, you can probably do that as well. This is definitely the easiest way. a little almond milk. You can also add stevia as well. I feel like I personally don't use a lot of stevia just because I like the way things taste naturally, but I will probably add a little bit extra vanilla. And then I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of this cacao powder. You can also use just regular cocoa powder, but I have a lot of this, so I'm gonna use it. Doesn't matter the order that you put everything in either. Blend this for a couple minutes until it kind of smooths together. I'm going to add some more liquid so it blends better. You want this to be not like smoothie consistency, but more like a mousse. It will take some kind of like opening and reopening to make sure it all blends together. This is kind of what it looks like now. Kind of looks like chocolate frosting, but you want to make sure that you scrape down the sides so it can mix everything together. This is a great dessert to make, especially when you want something more on the lower carb side and don't want to use any flour. A little bit more almond milk, probably a couple more blends, and it should be good. This would make probably 3 servings, so you wouldn't want to eat this whole thing. That would be a lot of avocado. And you can keep this stored in an airtight container in the fridge for about 3 days. Try it one more time and see what the finished product looks like. Here. There's still some big avocado chunks, so I'll kind of blend it through a couple more times. Then it'll be ready to eat. I have all of my desserts ready. I wish I could show you guys the finished product of the peppermint stars with the chocolate, but you'll have to trust me that it'll be really good. And the gingerbread trees, and then the chocolate avocado mousse. I hope you enjoyed today, and let me know if you make anything, and can't wait to see you next time.